Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So today we all are here for discussion on a very beautiful topic, new financial year, new me. But before starting the discussion, may I request everyone, if it is convenient, if it is possible for you to switch your cameras on. If it's not possible, then it's okay. Irrespective of whatever you're doing, you can switch on the camera so the interaction becomes a bit better. So new financial year, new me. Thank you, Vijayji. If you observe, we all like newness in our lives. May it be a new pen, a new diary, or anything which is new. It gives us happiness. It helps us going in our lives. Sometimes what happens is we have a very tough day, a day when we are too tired, and then a new day gives us a lot of hope. So there are things, situations in our lives or times in our lives when we get stuck in so many things in our lives. And then we need something new to happen to get us going, something that could help us. So anything that is new in our lives, it gives us sort of hope or maybe helps us going, sort of happiness or anything. But if you observe, we always seek newness from outside. May it be procurement of new clothes, may it be buying a new mobile phone, and it does give us happiness. We cannot deny that. If I'm buying a new phone, a very good camera, very good features, very good display, I buy it and I feel happiness. And when I've experienced happiness out of buying new things, I keep on pursuing that. But we have to understand that it is a very short-lived happiness. Happiness, when it comes from outside, it is very short-lived. But when it comes from inside, it lives very longer. So today we'll not talk about changes, newness on the outer level. We are here to talk about changes or newness inside of us. So, whenever there is end of financial year, we close all the old accounts and then we prepare for the new accounts. We have new targets in our mind. Whenever there is something new, may it be new year, may it be new day, we set new targets. It gives us new hopes. So what are the changes that or newness that one should bring to oneself or within oneself? We are going to talk about that. So new financial year, new me doesn't mean new clothes or new house or new car or new anything which is new on the outer level. We will talk about newness on the inner level. So first newness that we need to, first we have understood that newness brings happiness to our lives. Second, we have understood that we need to bring newness on the inside more than the outside, because the happiness or the energy flows from inside to outside. But what has happened in today's world is to be happy from within. We have reversed the cycle. We try to make things new on the outside. We try to procure happiness from the outside. And that's why we have become dependent. Let's take an example of a coffee mug. If suppose you come to my house and I offer you coffee and you tell me there's something missing in this coffee, maybe it is a bit bitter, but there's something missing and I'm not liking the taste of it. Then I take the coffee from you and I go inside the kitchen and I change the mug. A very beautiful, a very vibrant, a very good looking mug. But I don't do anything, any changes in the taste of the coffee or on the inside level. And I offer you the same coffee. Would you like the change? So this is what we are doing. Actually, the things which are missing inside of us, we are trying to glitter the life on the outside level. We are trying to higher the standards of our lives through our procurements, and it does feel good, but for a very short period. And instead of filling the vacuum, it creates vacuum within the soul. And this is what happens is from time to time, what happens is we have become accumulators of things, of possessions, bringing newness on the outer level. But there are instances in our lives when we might be having a lot of things on the outer level, but still there's something which feels missing in our on the inner level. And there are times when we feel stuck within the situations of our life, and we cannot see any way out of it. We try to make adjustments, we try to make changes within our lives, but what happens is we are not able to make any changes. So as this is the month of March, financially what we'll be doing, many of you might be doing businesses. So what we'll do is we'll close the older accounts, and what we'll do is we'll set targets for the newer accounts, right, for our business, that this is what we have to do. Now let's try to do it on the inside level, because if we check, what happens is there are a lot of unsettled accounts within our minds. There are a lot of unsettled or bad habits that persist with us. So what if we start the new year, new financial year, with new inner changes, some habits which you might not be liking in yourself. Maybe you get angry very easily. Maybe you feel hurt very easily. So now what you have to do is to identify. God always says that you have to become a checker and a maker. A checker means the one who checks himself, and the maker means the one who makes himself. Both the components are equally important. We also call it check and change at the Brahmakumaris. So what we need to do is identify those little habits which are not good, which are causing hurt, may it be to yourself or may it be to the society or the people who are living around us. Let's take a very simple short example. You know what happens is we do some things only one time, but we think of doing that thing many times, and it creates havoc or burden on the soul. For example, very simple thing, if I'm a mother and I have to cook food for the family, or maybe I'm meeting a person in the evening for a business meet today, what happens is we're continuously churning on that. I have to make food, I have to make food, or maybe I am, making a chapati. I'm thinking like this, I'm making chapati, I have to make chapati, I have to make chapati. What happens is I'm doing this thing just one time physically, but mentally I am doing this thing far more number of times that than I'm doing it physically, and it creates a burden within the soul. September month is very busy for us being chartered accountants. So what happens is there is a lot of work, and this time when there was a lot of work at office because of due dates and work pressure, workload, I observed myself that I was continuously telling myself every day that I have too much work to do, I have too much work to accomplish. So this was creating a burden on myself, and once I had realized that this thing was creating a burden on myself, I stopped doing that, and I didn't tell myself this thing. I started repeating this thing. And the season after that, it the work pressure increased, but it smoothens, the burden over the soul, it gets reduced. So there are these very tiny minute habits which creates burden in the soul. The city in which we reside, there is a lot of uh, hotness. The sun is very high during summers, and it becomes very difficult to travel or do any work during afternoon. So one fine summer, when one fine season when summer was just about to rise, there was a friend of mine who used to reside with me. We together we decided that, we will not discuss about the summers. We'll not tell it to each other that it's very hot, it's very tough to uh, cross the time during summers. And since we stopped saying that again and again, you won't believe that that summer was very easy for us for the first time. Usually, what used to happen is every summer it was a very tough time for us to uh, let it go. So when we stopped saying or repeating it again and again and again, it became very easy. And the same thing happens with our problems. We start churning our problems, our situations way too much. So what happens is, physically, we may have to deal it for a limited period of time, but mentally we are dealing with the same problem over and over again. Now is the time that we should shift our consciousness and give our mind some work. It's very simple, actually. It's a mind game, actually. So what we need to do is to churn on the positive things in our lives, to churn on the blessings and limit the impact of any situation or any unfavorable event or anything which I don't like in my life. So it makes the situation very easy. Instead of repeating and repeating and repeating, you can repeat your blessings. Let's take an example. If suppose I'm traveling from one place to another place, and I see a person with whom I'm not willing to interact at this moment. Maybe I'm busy, maybe my mood is not like that. So what I do, or what we usually do, is we turn our face. We completely ignore that person. We behave as if we have not seen that person. Or sometimes we are occupied or we don't want to interact with the person, and there's a WhatsApp message, "Hi, what you're doing?" or any message. What we do is we immediately get offline. We ignore that message. Similarly, we need to ignore the problems or the havoc situations or the person which we don't like or feel good with. It doesn't mean that we are not thinking about the solution. It means that we are not churning or repeatedly, confirming, reaffirming our curses. It simply means that we learn to ignore what is not right in our life. That is what Dadi Janki ji at the Brahmakumaris used to do. She had a lot of physical issues. And what used to happen is, every time, every now and then she has to get bedridden. She has fever or she needs rest. And can you recall a moment when you had a illness, physical illness? May it be in recent past, or may it be in the long back. Can you visualize yourself or see yourself? How was your reaction? What you were thinking? We were completely focused on the illness. What Dadiji used to do is, she used to not think about the illness. She used to go through the beautiful moments of the past which she had witnessed, and those moments she used to relive. So she ignored her karmic account, what was coming to her. And this is the problem in our lives. What we do is we churn and churn and churn about the problems. So the number one habit which we need to change to bring the newness from inside, because what happens is, if I start feeling newness from the inside, everything on the outside will feel new. Even though we are going through the same schedule, seeing the same person, doing the same work, then also we can be refreshed. We can be happy. Life cannot get monotonous if we have newness on the inside. Because it is said that you'll see the world from the lenses which you're wearing, or from the glasses which you're wearing. If I'm wearing a pink colored glass, I will see everything is pink, right? So I have to bring newness on the inside. Newness on the inside. Number one thing, number one habit is, what I have to do is stop churning on my curses or the things I don't like or the person I don't like, and start consciously building this habit of churning on the blessings of our life. This is the number one lesson. Number two is to have a better mindset or a new mindset, or let me call it a birthday mindset. Can you go to the day when it's your birthday? And can you just check on the mindset which you have on your birthday? From months, we are preparing that mindset. And on the day of my birthday, let anyone say anything, let anything happen on the outside. I am completely aware that it's my birthday and I have to remain happy on my birthday. So, what is the difference? Or let's take an example of a new year. On the first day of New Year, I'm very concerned about things or not getting upset. What is the difference on 31st December and 1st of January? Same sun comes out, everything same on the outside. There's one change, that is change in my mindset. Or for instance, if my birthday is on 26th of November, what is the difference between 25th of November and 26th of November on the outer level? Some people are happy on the outside, some people are sad. Weather is similar, everything is similar, but my mindset is different. So, what if I start living each day with a birthday mindset? If I have a birthday mindset every day, then nothing on the outside would affect me. I've already decided that I'll not churn about the negative people or their negative habits because it ruins my mood. So I'm very concerned about being happy on my birthday or being happy on the new year. I have to be very concerned about being happy or having a birthday mindset 365 days. Because if I'm happy, if I'm new from the inside, everything on the outside will feel new. So if we are understanding the topic properly, we can understand that newness always comes from inside. It's not an outside thing. It always comes from inside. So let's understand. Just give me a second. There's an important message. So if you people are regularly meditating, or if you're not meditating, meditation is a very beautiful source of newness. Doing meditation is like going on a vacation. Can you imagine the day when you're going on a vacation? You're completely detached from the situations around. No matter whatever is happening, how much work is there at home, how some person is behaving, what you focus on is on detachment. You're able to detach yourself from the routine life which you're living, right? So doing meditation is like going on a vacation every day. And imagine your life if you get to go on a vacation every day, because life is not about living it on weekends. It's not about living it on the vacations only. Meditation gives you a sense of detachment from the daily activities. And detachment is something we all love. Detachment is something we all love because when we go on a vacation, or maybe when we sleep, we like it because we get detached, we get a rest. But what happens is during these activities or everyday tasks that we have to do, we get tangled and entangled and entangled in those situations of life. And every day, I'm going through the same situation, and this creates a feeling of boringness, of monotonousness within me. So when I meditate, I detach from the surroundings and the environment. I connect to my original being. I connect to the powerhouse. I download those energies, those powers from the Supreme Being. I'm completely detached from the environment. And when I'm recharged and refreshed, I come back. This is how we enjoy our vacations. No, we are detached, we enjoy, we get refreshed, we come back, and there is a new energy to work. There's a new energy to our home, and we feel okay, great. So similarly, when we meditate regularly, it helps us being detached from the circumstances, from the daily things we don't like, and it creates a sense of newness in our life. So if you have not done Raj Yoga meditation course, then you are suggested to do it immediately, because meditation brings very natural level of detachment within this world. So this is again a very, very important thing. This is how we can bring newness through meditation in our lives. So today, we didn't had a very long period of time. We have 5-7 minutes, but we also would practically want to experience meditation and detachment and newness through meditation. So this is all I had to cover in a very short and sweet topic: new financial year, new me. Now let's practically experience the power of meditation, Raj Yoga meditation. Okay, so sit very comfortably and be very relaxed. You can keep your eyes open, or you can close your eyes as you may like. Imagine yourself as a point of light at the center of your forehead. I am a point of light operating this body. I am not the face, I am the soul. I, the soul, completely detach myself from everything that is going on outside. And I experience the being, the energy which I am. And I observe my vibrations. I, the point of light, am leaving this body for a while and traveling upwards, crossing the terrace of this house towards the sky. Traveling upwards, I cross the sky and I come to my home. Completely detached from the responsibilities of the world, I, point of light, enter the red light world. And as I enter this world, I see the difference of vibrations. I see very powerful light just like me, and those vibrations are radiating in all the directions very powerfully. I travel towards that light and I sit very near to that light. And the rays coming out of that light are touching me. And as these rays are touching me, I'm becoming very light. All the burden which I was carrying is getting out of me. And I'm realizing that I'm a very peaceful being. I'm a very powerful being. And I'm becoming full. My battery is getting charged. And now, as I'm getting charged, this energy is getting transmitted to each and every soul in this world. And every soul is feeling relaxed, recharged, and refreshed. With these beautiful new energies, I take a leave from the Supreme Energy, my Father, my Baba, and I come back to this world, into this house, and in this body. I am a very powerful, very peaceful being. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So thank you. Have a wonderful time and try to apply everything we have learned in your own lives. Thank you for having me here. Om Shanti.